cracking open a master blueprint for something absolutely wild. It might just be the most aggressive, intelligent, smart home and automotive security ecosystem ever designed. It's called the Beast Protocol. Listen, if you're at all fascinated by the intersection of mechanical engineering, artificial intelligence, and get this, automated justice, you are in exactly the right place. Let's get started. Okay, let's dive into this. I want you to literally put yourself in the shoes of a car thief for just a second. You think you're about to pull off a standard run of the mill vehicle theft, right? A quick heist. But what if, instead of just sounding some annoying loud siren, the vehicle actually tricks you? What if it interrogates you and compiles a complete forensic dossier on you while you're just sitting there in the driver's seat thinking you've won? Well, that is the exact scenario this protocol creates. It's basically the ultimate heist gone wrong from the thief's perspective. So, the strategic goal of the Beast Protocol is really twofold: 100% asset neutralization and automated legal conviction. We're not just talking about putting a clunky steering wheel lock on your car or hiding a GPS tracker to hopefully find it later. No, the goal here is to physically and digitally stop a theft dead in its tracks, and at the exact same time, legally ruin the thief by handing law enforcement a perfectly wrapped case. To see how it pulls this off, we're going to walk through the 5 phases of the protocol. Phase 1, the physical trap. Phase 2, the cognitive handshake. Phase 3, the professor. Phase 4, the victory window. And finally, Phase 5, the golden rule. Let's start right at the foundation. Phase 1, the physical trap. Imagine our thief manages to actually pry open the car door. They think they're in, but what they've actually done is walk straight into an invisible wall that's been meticulously built by expert machinists and electricians. You see, the first thing a modern thief targets is the OBD2 diagnostic port, so they can hack the computer. While the Beast Protocol knows this, it physically relocates the real factory port to a hidden far, far, far location. And in its place, it installs a dummy terminal. But this isn't just a dead piece of plastic, it's wired to a honeypot circuit. This brilliantly records all the data and metrics of the thief's hacking tools while giving them absolutely zero access to the actual car. And at the exact same time, a digital comrade gateway triggers a CAN bus deadlock. So the crucial point is this: the car enters what the protocol calls a digital coma. The vehicle's entire nervous system is literally frozen. Even if the thief is sitting right there in the driver's seat with the most advanced hacking equipment on the planet, the engine is entirely unresponsive. It is completely brain dead to anyone unauthorized. Moving right along to phase 2, the cognitive handshake. Now, suppose you, the authorized user, get in. How does the car actually know it's you without relying on clunky key fobs or passwords that can just be stolen? It uses a highly advanced psychological AI barrier. First, the cabin cameras run a 3D liveness verification. It's looking for a living, breathing human being, completely rejecting high-res photos, silicone masks, or deepfakes. But it goes way deeper, into what the blueprint calls behavioral DNA. It listens to your voice, it learns your specific cadence, your accent, your linguistic patterns. And yeah, it's actually smart enough to know the difference between an imposter and the real owner who just happens to have a cold or a sore throat that day. But here is where it gets incredibly clever. The system issues a negative challenge. And this brilliantly illustrates the genius of the AI. It tells a calculated lie to test the occupant. The AI might casually say, "Hey, how was the steak last night?" Now, a thief, trying to just play along and not raise suspicion, might politely answer, "Oh, it was good." Boom! Trap triggered. The petrol pump stays dead and a silent alarm is sent. But the actual owner, they'd respond with something like, "I'm vegan, you silly machine." The AI recognizes the truth, laughs, says, "Just a security pass, boss," and unlocks the vehicle. It literally catches the thief in a simple, polite lie. Next up, phase 3, the professor. Once that trap is sprung by the thief's lie, the system instantly shifts gears. Enter the professor. This is the protocol's automated forensic filing system, a digital clerk that immediately gets to work building a solid legal case. When clients first onboard via a secure remote link, the AI creates what's called a sovereign library for that family. So when a breach happens, the AI doesn't just buzz your phone, it generates automated, time-stamped affidavits. Using the Cybercrimes Act protocol, the professor actually files these family statements directly with the South African Police Service, SAPS, before a police officer is even dispatched to the scene. The AI is compiling what it calls a quota-ready evidence bundle in real time. Step 1, high-definition video giving a perfect visual ID of the suspect's face. Step 2, audio logs of that failed steak trick we talked about, along with an analysis of the suspect's vocal stress levels. Step 3, mechanical logs proving without a doubt that the suspect tampered with the dummy OBD2 port. It's a completely undeniable, ironclad package of evidence. Which brings us to phase 4, the 5 to 15 minute victory window. This entire process is built around pure speed. It essentially turns the vehicle into a time trap that closes the legal net around the thief in a matter of minutes. Just look at this timeline. In under 60 seconds of the breach, an SMS and a live video feed are sent straight to the vehicle owner and to Shenelo PI. Minutes later, a brief is generated for law enforcement, and within 15 minutes, the entire dossier is ready for a digital handover to the responding police. It's an incredibly high energy, fast paced sequence, and it leaves the thief with zero reaction time. The AI even writes a special notes text file specifically for the responding officer. Imagine a police sergeant arriving on the scene, pulling out their device, and immediately getting this message: Suspect failed context check. Case is quota ready. Video ID attached. Proceed with arrest. I mean, it reads exactly like a fast paced spy thriller, giving law enforcement the ultimate green light. And how does the officer actually get all this evidence on site? Through the QR handover. Seriously, there are no lost flash drives, no waiting around forever for manual video downloads, no corrupted email attachments. The vehicle owner simply pulls up a dynamically generated QR code, shows it to the sergeant, and with a single scan from the officer's device, the entire quota ready dossier transfers instantly. Let's move to phase 5, the golden rule, also known as the service shield. Now, you're probably wondering, okay, if my car is this heavily fortified, what on earth happens when I just need a standard oil change or a software update at the dealership, right? How do you protect the physical asset's warranty? Well, the designers thought of that too. They use complete OEM camouflage. Every single piece of custom wiring installed by their electricians uses exact factory spec cloth tape. If a legitimate dealership mechanic opens up the dashboard or pops the hood, the wiring appears 100% original. The system is quite literally physically invisible to the naked eye. But what about that relocated diagnostic port we talked about? Well, the protocol features a service eve reset. So, the night before you take your car in for maintenance, you just trigger this reset, which puts the AI into valet mode. This temporarily reactivates that ghost port, the original diagnostic port location. The mechanic plugs in their standard diagnostic tools, everything works perfectly normally, and the dealership never even knows the Beast protocol is hiding inside the vehicle. It's just complete strategic foresight. All right, let's wrap this up with the strategic verdict. Now, what's really interesting about this whole concept is how it all comes together in the end. The blueprint contextualizes this technology for the Gatang Investment Conference with sheer confidence. It states, "We have turned the hunter into the hunted. By the time a thief touches the car, the AI has already seen their face, heard their lie, and filed their case with the police. We don't just stop theft, we secure justice." That perfectly encapsulates the paradigm shift happening here. It literally transitions the car owner from being a helpless victim into an automated prosecutor. Which leaves us with a massive, massive question to ponder as we close out this explainer. We've seen how the Beast Protocol blends physical traps with behavioral AI to freeze thieves dead in their tracks. But looking at the broader picture here, are we actually ready to let AI not just protect our assets, but automatically prosecute our attackers? It's a profound shift in how we think about security and justice. Thank you so much for joining me to decode this incredible blueprint. Keep exploring, and I'll see you in the next explainer.
Niya po nga ma'am,